Welcome back everyone to another episode of our fuel trailer code along series where I try to basically code a portable fuel trailer system. Right, please ignore that distraction. First things first, thanks to everyone for interacting on these videos. I truly do appreciate it, and thank you to those subscribing off of these videos. I really do appreciate it. It really means a ton to me. Right, without too much hassle, let's hop into it. I set up this little objectives screen so that I can keep track of things I want to work on right now, what I've completed, and I'll fill this out as we go along, because today on my way to gym I realized that there's so much I still want to do with this script, and it's been like 31 episodes already. I think this is the 32nd, maybe the 33rd. Can't remember, but it's been a lot, right? It's a lot. We're busy with it nearly a month now, even though it's like only 30-minute sessions or whatever. It's still a lot. It gets a lot, and I'm kind of annoyed at the fact that we're not getting it finished, you know? So I'd really like to smash it out. So current objectives, I'm trying to talk too fast, right? Is logic comprehension. It is basically just what we did the previous episode, where I just want to run through all the logic and just make sure that it actually makes sense for the script, you know, and kind of confirm that it's doing what it is supposed to be doing. So I remember the last thing we did was move the draw text out of this if statement so that it basically runs every millisecond. That way we will actually be able to see whether or not it is drawing our text. Right, now to our set fuel function, which we haven't thoroughly went through yet. Takes in the vehicle that we have to set the fuel of, the amount of fuel, and the fuel type. So we'll always give it the target vehicle, and we will always give it the current level +1, which is the new level, and the new fuel type, right? So if we are using that particular script, then we use that export. Otherwise, we don't need that. Otherwise, if the fuel's type is a number and fuel is larger or equal to 0 and fuel is less than or equal to 100, then we set the fuel level, set fuel level of the vehicle to fuel plus 0.0, and we set the float decor thingy to the fuel level. Right, I do realize we do not need that, but it might be good to have just in case, so we'll keep it. Let me just look at the logic over here. We're trying to set the fuel. Set fuel should only set the fuel. Should only set the fuel of the vehicle taken in as var. Right? So it should only set the fuel of the vehicle taken in as var. Right? That's all set fuel has to do. So the logic preventing the vehicle from, you know, being refueled more than it should is in fact this thread. So this logic has to be solid for set fuel to not do what it's not supposed to do, right? So what will we do? Right, if it is the correct interval to refuel, is fueling is true, we print this debug statement and we set the fuel level. Current level gets 1 added to it, and tick is being subtracted. So if our current level equals 98 or more, or less than 99, you see this is where our logic has faltered. Has to be an AND. If it is larger, so what used to happen is this would run, it'll get to here, doesn't matter what you set current level to, right? Even if it got taken in as 1 and we add 1 to it, which makes it 2, right? We say if our current level is larger or equal to 98, right, which is untrue, because it's 2, or right, the current level is less than or equal to 99, which it will always be true unless it is 100. Then we tell it it's done and we set it to 100. So basically we're just running this for 1 tick and already setting it to 100. That is why it never worked, right? So logic like this is way better. If our tick is 0, or our tick is smaller than 0, or cancelled, then we are done. So that makes sense, right? But this has to be an AND. Because it has to be more than 98 and less than 99. Less than or equal to, I mean. Let's just make that 100. Okay. It doesn't even matter, does it? No, it doesn't. I guess what we should do is just tell it if our current level is equal to 100, then we set it and let that be that. I don't think there's any reason for us to do it any other way. Right? So let's leave it at that. Yeah. Okay. That's why it's important to go through your code. It took me super long to figure this out. Sorry, I just have an important message to look at. Okay, sorry, just give me a moment. Okay, Mum called, but I can't help Mum right now, so Mum will have to wait. Because I am busy recording. Right, so that is that for that logic. And then, yeah, I guess the rest is a story, right? Because we start our refuel timer before we run this logic, and that all seems fine. And basically, once we are done, we just unload the anim dictionary, and that should be that, right? So I think right now might be a good time to hop in server and check that out. Right, I don't think there is any way to what? Well, this isn't necessary. Because we just hard coded that. And we'll have a start fire, that's perfectly fine. And a notification, so just perfectly fine, right? And then I guess that's that. Really, I do. Create a trailer and update plate. Why update plate? Update plate if you are changing the plate on your thingy. But I'll get to that later. So I guess we can add something like this, future objectives, and in here, finish, update, plate, export. Yeah. Cool. I actually didn't want to say this is quite awkward, you know, like crickets in the background, that type of thing. It's not that bad, it's not that bad. I'm spending most of this time thinking on what I still want to achieve, like from station to trailer, fueling, you know, like being able to fill your trailer from a station, and probably getting bold with it. Gettings. Because I think that is quite important to this script, right? What's the point? You purchase a trailer, it just has infinite fuel, it doesn't make any sense. So you'll have to go somewhere to fill it up and do that thing, right? So yeah, we could also do station spawns. Okay, this is a brand new view of the script, so that's why it's very incomplete. We've actually achieved quite a lot. Now that I think about it, we always had these episode objectives, which I've not used in a while, so I mean, probably it doesn't matter because right now we have it this way, so that's perfectly fine, right? Actual refueling, yeah, still working on it, buddy. Still working on it. Right. Let's just get into the server here real quick. Right, and then we'll start off with a no clip. No clip to our destination. Right. Hey Jeff. I guess this guy's name is Jeff, so call him Jeff. Ensure iron_ft. Let's go. Purchase a trailer. What's happening? No. Okay. Interface. $7.25. Client 7.25. I remember we moved our trailer menus thing, like where we register it, and we register it on the set options. When do we call set options? Theoretically, when the resource starts. Remember when I told you I don't trust this system? This is why. So let me just remove that and test. Well, actually, I don't have to remove it. I've just deleted everything, but it doesn't matter. Let's just do that. So if I do that again, that should be fine. Okay. That also explains why a lot of the other things weren't working. like delete object nozzle and these things. So we don't need that. I don't get it. Like, we can call this in other scenarios, but here, let's just keep it this way. We'll delete object, delete object when we start and stop our resource. That should be perfectly fine. Let's just give ourselves a baller 5. There we go. Right. Heading over to our fuel trailer. Take a nozzle. Fantastic times. Refuel vehicle. I only want to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liters or gallons into it. And I'll say confirm. Oh wow. Right, we got our text printing. I told you. I told you. Refueling is quite slow, so E, backspace, X. Right, so whilst we are doing that, I want to do is control just released, so we have that whilst we are playing the animation. However, I think what I want to do is I want to have it here. Right, that would be E, and I believe that is X. Is fueling is false, cancelled is true, and also want to make it done after we've drawn the text. So clear nos. Restarting the script. Right, I'm just gonna put $3 in, confirm. Alright, so what's happening here? There are no vehicles in this location. Why does it do that? I don't know. Okay. Is control just pressed and pressed? Pressed. Okay, let's see what the... Just restart our fuel script real quick. But the car is currently full. So let's get ourselves a new car, which is not currently full. Fantastic. It is about half, so we can do 5 liters without doing anything massive to the thing. And we'll do 4. And we will fill it. I don't know why it's saying 96. So I guess this is what we are printing. Okay, our mathematics might be the problem here. Okay, so we are in fact able to stop refueling by pressing E. I don't know if you saw that, but the percentage sign went away. So that is fantastic. We just need to make sure that our client does not, what do you call it? Continue their animation though. That is the only thing. But I guess let's put that here. End anim on end fueling. Okay. Because right now we're just trying to figure out our mathematics and making sure it is okay. Where does vehicle F amount come from? Fuel amount. The current level is not that. Okay, target vehicle F amount is that. So I guess in our get fuel level, target vehicle.f level. Or just so we can go back to here. Right, our current level will always be F level. Because that is the fuel level that we get from executing get fuel level. So that'll be our current level. And current level would be current level. And then we'll always check for tick, which would be 4 iterations if we are doing 4 liters. And then, yeah, that'll be way better. So current level will always be the level of the car. So our car will be what? Basically 97 liters. So let's just refuel with 2 liters. So 97, we'll see in here now. Once it triggers after about a second and a half or so. There we go, 97 to 98. And I'll do E to cancel it. And have that be that. Fantastic. Now we just have to be able to return our nozzle. So, oh, we actually never discussed that. If I do FA, look at this real quick. Vehicle health, entity health, engine health, and destroyed. So I'll just third eye on this trailer once more. Gives us the same data. However, if I kick it once, you'll see, and I have to third eye on it first, but you'll notice that the vehicle health and entity health is theoretically exactly the same. However, the entity health is rounded down and it is a number or an integer and not a float. Interesting to note. So that is quite useful in all of our checks. So I think, let me just add this real quick and say return nozzle to trailer. Right, we have displayed our text on refuel. Fantastic. I think thus far our logic comprehension is a-okay. There's obviously a bunch of things we can still work on, but I think for now that is fine. So I'll thank you so much for watching this episode. I truly appreciate everyone's support during this series, and I'm hoping from now on forward we can make some actual real progress. That'll be quite fun, right? And eventually finishing the script and seeing it in its full glory. That'd be nice. But on that note, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio.